The Modern Mercenary. We aren't in the 1920s anymore. We open on the modern-day Middle East, where we meet Nick Morton, a U.S. Army sergeant who is less of a soldier and more of a treasure hunter. He's charming, reckless, and always looking for the next score. He doesn't care about history. He cares about what can be sold on the black market. He's in Iraq, but he's not there for the mission. He's there to find ancient artifacts. We see the contrast between his casual greed and the dangerous reality of the war-torn environment. It sets the tone. This world is darker, grittier, and significantly more dangerous than the legends suggest. During a firefight, Nick and his partner Vale accidentally call in an airstrike that obliterates a chunk of the landscape, but in the crater they find something that shouldn't be there, a massive ancient tomb. Nick calls in an archaeologist, Jenny Halsey, with whom he has a complicated short-term history. As they enter the subterranean structure, the atmosphere shifts from a dusty battlefield to something suffocating and oppressive. The hieroglyphics are wrong. They aren't praising a pharaoh. They are warnings of a prisoner. They find a massive mercury-filled pool holding a sarcophagus. It isn't meant to be found. It is meant to be forgotten. Through flashbacks and the discovery of the tomb's history, we learn who is trapped inside. Princess Ahmanet. Centuries ago, she was the heir to the throne, but when her father had a son, she turned to the god of death, Set. She murdered her family to seize the throne, but she was stopped before she could complete the ritual that would allow Set to inhabit a human body. She was mummified alive, cursed, and banished to a tomb beneath the earth. By disturbing the tomb and pulling the sarcophagus out, Nick and his team have effectively unlocked the gates to a nightmare. They load the sarcophagus onto a military cargo plane to transport it back to London for study. It should be a routine flight. But as they fly over the English countryside, the weather turns unnatural. A massive flock of crows slams into the plane, causing a catastrophic engine failure. The plane is a metal tube hurtling toward the ground. Inside, the energy is chaotic. The sarcophagus is reacting. Nick manages to get Jenny into the only parachute on board, sacrificing himself to save her. The plane crashes in a horrific explosion of metal and fire. Everything dies. Or so we think. Nick wakes up in a morgue in London. He is covered in body bags, tagged, and ready to be processed. But he is alive. He's completely unharmed. He doesn't understand why he survived. He wanders out into the city, confused and disoriented. He starts seeing things, visions of Ahmanet, shadows in the corner of his eye. He realizes that when he touched the sarcophagus, something happened to him. He isn't just a survivor. He's been marked, and Ahmanet, who was freed from the crash, is now hunting him down to finish what she started thousands of years ago. Jenny finds Nick, and they are quickly intercepted by a heavily armed, mysterious group called Prodigium. They are taken to a hidden facility beneath the Natural History Museum. This is where we meet Dr. Henry Jekyll. He explains the nature of evil, that monsters are real, and that his organization exists to contain them. He reveals that Ahmanet isn't just a mummy. She's a conduit for the god of death. She needs a physical body to host the deity, and she has chosen Nick to be that vessel. The tension between Jekyll's clinical, scientific approach and the sheer supernatural terror of what is happening creates a massive divide in how to handle the situation. Ahmanet is now fully mobile, feeding on the life force of others to restore her own body. She doesn't have a full army, but she has the ability to command the dead. As Nick tries to reconcile his survival with the curse he's carrying, the city becomes a hunting ground. The shadows are no longer safe. Every time Nick closes his eyes, he sees the ritual, the dagger, and the god set waiting to be released. He realizes he cannot run from this because he is the target. The Prodigium facility, which was supposed to be a safe haven, starts to feel like a cage. Nick is no longer the man he was in Iraq. He is being pulled into the darkness. Jenny and Jekyll are trying to keep him contained, but Ahmanet is getting closer. She is drawing on the power of the ancient world, and the modern city of London is powerless to stop her. As the episode closes, the forces are converging. Nick is caught between his humanity and the entity trying to possess him. He has to make a choice: lose himself to the god of death, or find a way to stop a monster that has been waiting 3,000 years for this exact moment.